Hopefully. This is Dan Gilman,
And this is Zach Gazarowski from Mygamer.com.
and we are playing Bayonetta 2. Um, which I beat one of the intro story missions, which I'm kind of glad I did before we started, because we literally would have been sitting through a giant cutscene.
Ah,
Um,
but sometimes that's okay.
yeah, I'm not
Because this is a crazy game.
Yeah, and she basically is already nude. Which is like way more like, yeah, that's yeah. So this is already the intro, and basically Bayonetta's almost damn near completely naked.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Platinum Games, they kind of like to, make things ridiculous, over the top.
Yeah, as much as they can.
You know what you're getting when you're playing a
Yeah,
game by Platinum Games.
of course you do. All right. Yeah, and this is like still the fucking cutscene.
This was in the demo.
Yeah, yeah. This is the start of the demo, which is kind of funny because that fighter jet, she kicked into the sky.
Why not?
Yeah, no, it was one of the characters from the first game. It was like flying at him, and he was freaking out. And she's like, "Ah, fuck!" and just like kicked it into the air. I thought it was pretty good.
This is a game, I really want to play. I'm really anxious to see this. I like the demo. It's basically like the Wii U's best and really kind of only third-party game worth a damn.
Uh, yeah,
I mean, maybe I should specify recently.
yeah. I mean, there are like Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got Monster Hunter, but this is really
Yeah, this
the
is
only thing lately.
Yeah, I hear you. Um, yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to fucking power through this bullshit tutorial.
Well, and so here's the thing with Bayonetta 2 is you get Bayonetta 1.
Which I've been trying to play through because I I don't know, like we were talking about it before and both of us were like, yeah, okay, thanks.
Yeah, should we play Bayonetta 1 first? Should we play
Well,
Bayonetta
not even
2
that. We were
first?
both like, I remember it coming out and remember being like, yeah, I should really play that. But didn't it come out like when Devil May Cry 4 came out too?
I'm going to look it up. Yeah, because I remember when it came out, I think I was too busy playing like 10 other games at the time, so I kind of ignored it.
Yeah, I remember playing. I worked at GameStop, so everything was fucking free.
Oh man, it was. Oh, you know what? It came out January 5th, 2010. So everybody was busy playing all the new Call of Duty that came out that year, and all the stuff that came out in November and December. So this game might have gotten overlooked.
Yeah. It's funny because this looks significantly better than the fucking first one. Like significantly, like it's on the same one, and you can entirely tell that this is a 4 year later game. It almost doesn't look like it's on the same console. It's kind of funny, and that was after the 360 had been fucking out for 5 years.
Yeah.
Well, no, 20. So almost 4.
Still.
Yeah, I hear you.
But like they didn't have to include
Bayonetta 1. They
didn't
could
have
have sold. Yeah, they could have definitely sold that on the eShop for $20, and people would have like. And you can buy them separately on the eShop.
And they're both. If you buy them separately, they're both, I guess, full price or something.
Are they?
I think they are. If you buy, well, you know what? I think if you buy like one, I think you get like you automatically get a download for the first one or something. I don't know if that's a limited time thing or what. But the point is I mean, either way, they could have charged $20 they could have charged $60 and just repackaged 2 games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or, just offered it as some kind of DLC, whatever the case may be. Like, but they did.
Oh, that's right. This was a $60 game.
Yeah.
So I had a friend that was telling me repeatedly, like, no, it's a $40 game, and I'm like, I'm pretty fucking sure that's a $60 game.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, yeah, and it's fucking $60. Like, yeah, but they, like Bayonetta 1, they could have charged, like, any fucking price for it, probably not full. Like, I don't think people would have paid like full price for it, but
yeah, they could have definitely charged something for it, whether and label it as DLC, bundled it as an entirely additional game. I mean, because they had to go back and make everything compatible with the Wii U, the Wii U controller and
and you have to
the
put
Wii U
the
hardware. So it wasn't just like, let's just easily port this over 1, 2, 3. They had to put some effort into it, some work into it, and so I mean, I wish more games would be like this instead of nickel and diming the consumer with.
Yeah, that's just like, yeah, man, here's the first one.
Yeah,
like, it came out a while ago. Not a ton of people fucking played
I wish
it.
this should be the rule instead of the exception.
Yeah, unfortunately, I played the first one. It doesn't seem that fucking hard.
Yeah,
I'm sure it gets hard.
Yeah, I didn't play the first one. I want to.
I've been playing it the last couple of days. It honestly, and like, that's not really a fucking, it's not that much of a fucking complaint that a game's. It's not that it's not challenging. It's they're definitely like you can fuck. I've definitely died a couple of times, but like, it's nothing that I'm like, fuck this game, fuck it. And there are harder difficulties that I could totally put it on.
Yeah.
But
so if you've been playing the first one, is the combat system
it's the same fucking combat system.
So really it's just kind of a whole new narrative, huh?
The graphics, it's an entire, like, the graphics are fucking
way better now.
Way better. Like, you can tell that they went through and polished everything up, which is, weird if they were just going to like try to do like even the Bayonetta assets seem different, which probably like doesn't seem like it probably is a port as opposed to them just like putting the shit out on it like they normally do. So
I mean, how long this game was delayed? How many times? For how long?
Well, this was like one of those games that it might have been like a launch title, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I thought this was originally, or maybe not at launch, but the quote unquote launch window.
Yeah. Which, what the fuck? That means like the first year system's out. We're still in the launch window of like the PS4.
Yeah. So it's been a while. So they've had a lot of time, if you think about it, and there's even petitions and all these other, online complaints and forum posts that people really wanted this on, Xbox One or PlayStation 4. They didn't want to buy a Wii U.
Nintendo only got this because they were like they went in like as partners on the publishing, right?
Yeah,
that's
they
what it
believed
was.
in it. Yeah.
Like, that's the only reason Nintendo got this at all, and it's like, all right, like, if that's what you guys want to do, like, I'm not
it's kind of weird to see that from
Nintendo. And it's like, Nintendo, the family, everyone's like, Nintendo, and Bayonetta 2 has this fucking marketing thing with Playboy now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like, everyone's like, so it's official that Nintendo has...
So unlike Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo has basically one of their it's like a second party character at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's not nude, but she's nude-ish.
Right.
And so it's like, everyone's like, it's so fucking weird. And I get, like, Bayonetta 1, there's a costume shop, or a costume thing that you can go to. And, like, it's funny because, like, there's all these different Nintendo costumes that you can.
Yeah, there's Star Fox, and you could play as Samus.
I didn't see Star Fox.
There is a Star. I mean, I haven't. It leaked early. There was a Star Fox.
Oh,
Samus.
that might be. I know Samus is.
Yeah.
Star Fox might be something you unlock.
Maybe. I'm not sure how you get it exactly. I know it's in the game though.
Yeah. But like, I guess Nintendo like straight up said to them after they were like, "Oh yeah, you can do costumes if you want to." Nintendo was like, "Oh, we were hoping you were going to do sexier costumes," because it's like they're very not at all sexy Like it is Bayonetta in damn near like Link's outfit.
Yeah, exactly. And then you get the unique powers too for that specific suit.
Yeah, it's I guess like so Link plays with a shield and which is entirely different. In the game itself, Bayonetta will pick up weapons and you can fight with weapons sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's not something that happens constantly. So when you switch to them, it changes up gameplay a bit, and some of them just straight up say this fundamentally changes gameplay.
Yeah, which is unique, and Nintendo is fully giving their seal of approval to use their characters, or character outfits in a game like this.
I think Nintendo is
they're banking on this game. They want it to be.
Yeah, they're trying something entirely different.
And you got to give them credit for that. Good for them finally to kind of, open the doors.
Yeah. So, someone was... Oh, you're just so fucking popular today.
I know. I'm trying... I'm doing all this stuff here while you're playing.
Someone was telling me that the entire point of this game is that your dragon rebels against you? Or something?
In this game?
Yeah, because that's your finishing move from the first game.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, that's the entire point of this game, and I'm like, are you sure about that? Because I don't know, like that.
I just thought because this is where the demo ends. You could download the free demo of Bayonetta 2 on the eShop right now.
And there's already I have definitely played through that. And there's already more. There's definitely more narrative stuff.
Yeah.
The fights go on a little longer. The fights are more in depth. They're more difficult. They're definitely more difficult. But I played. I played the eShop one at a friend's house who loves the first one, and that's. Literally, I played it there and was just like, yeah, I guess I'm fucking buying this game now.
Yeah. It's just over-the-top ridiculous action. You can see a lot of, it's unique, and you can see this is, a natural progression from, Mad World and Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. This is kind of the...
Oh, they did do Revengeance, didn't they?
Yeah, that's Platinum Games.
Oh,
that's
forgot
basically
about that.
This game just kind of reskinned, obviously not the same, but similar, over-the-top ridiculous.
Yeah, I liked Revengeance. It was fine. I just would have liked it better if the Metal Gear name hadn't been on it.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the an offshoot. It's not.
And in Kojima's defense, I believe his entire thing was Metal Gear can be it's the universe. It doesn't have to just be Snake.
Yeah,
and he was
exactly.
And that's the entire point of that game is that this is Raiden does stupid shit constantly too.
It's fit for him, right? It's a Raiden game, not a Snake game.
Yeah, and Raiden always played Raiden. Well, except when he was trying to be Snake, which was
when he first started, but that was before he was like a cyborg ninja and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So the point of Bayonetta 2, maybe we should talk about the combat here, because you're supposed to dodge at the last second to build up your super meter then, right?
Yeah. If you dodge no, it's not your super meter. If you dodge at the last second...
Oh, you get the slow motion.
Yeah, it gives you the slow motion.
Right.
Your super meter just kind of builds up over time.
Yeah.
And my chinchilla's awake, y'all. It just your super meter builds up, and you can just randomly use it during combat.
Yeah. And then you unlock the super move.
Yes. Your punishment move of whatever that is. I got gold all through these chapters, and now we're into another story break.
Are you playing this on easy, medium?
Medium.
Yeah.
I guess that... What is it? If you play it on easy, you don't get the full story. Like, it literally, like, you fight a boss, like, the second to last boss, and it just, like, doesn't give you the ending and just fucking dumps you out to the, like, intro screen.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, like, I don't know if they changed it, but, like, in the fucking review copies, at least, it straight up said, like, what it's supposed to say is, like, you know, play on a harder difficulty, but I don't know if it did that on the review copies. So a bunch of reviewers were like, what the fuck?
Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, it gives you incentive to play it on a higher difficulty, get a little bit better with the game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of games that do that. You know, you got to play it again on a higher difficulty, New Game Plus, to get the true ending.
Oh, sorry, I'm just kind of paying attention to the cutscene.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
God, it's always like the fucking balance of power is fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, if I would want to play through Bayonetta 1, just so I know what the hell's going on in Bayonetta 2.
Yeah, like, I recognize all of these people.
Or at least read like a wiki or something, so you get. I mean, I'm not that like Bayonetta, I guess, is going to have this story that's super elaborate and detailed, but you're still going to want to know what the hell's going on.
Oh, so you're going to hell to save. Okay.
Right. I know, like, your friend here got. Like,
gets jacked. Yeah.
Yeah, and her soul gets ripped to hell or something, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And, like, most of the first game was you trying to grab that pendant that he's just handing you. Okay, so, yeah. So the first game, it's really funny because she's like, well, I gotta go to Europe, and she's on the east coast of America, and she flies to Japan, to Russia, and then takes a trip from Russia to Europe, and I'm like, you literally went all the way around the world.
The wrong way.
Yeah. Like, you flew. That would be like me going, well, I have to go to Pittsburgh, and, like, flying, like, circumnavigating the fucking globe to make.
Like, I'm gonna stop over at L.A., then swing over to Pittsburgh.
Yup. Because, you know, fuck it, why not? Oh, you're just tossing out random codes in the chat now?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Alright. Are you talking to people? Because, like...
Nobody's talking yet.
Alright, there are people in there, though?
There's a couple people.
Alright. No one's saying anything. I just have the chat window all opened. Load times on this are kinda... Interesting.
Not good?
No, it's well. This and the problem is, it's like the way that the this map is set up with Europe all the way on the. Oh God, are they gonna fucking do it again?
Well, I guess you get to practice your moves. I mean, I guess that's...
Yeah, that load screen's fucking forever. I'm just wondering. Oh, okay, they're just going to Japan this time. I'm like, are they doing the same fucking thing again? Is she gonna fly to Japan, then to Russia, then to Europe?
Because why not?
Yeah, because let's fly around the fucking world. Oh my God! All right, Japan to. Wait. Oh, okay, we're just going to China. I think if you went over the poles, it would still be easier at that point.
I wonder how long it takes to beat this game. It's like 6 hours, maybe things like 10 hours.
They're nothing to sneeze at for the most part.
Yeah, it is a beefier game.
Yeah, they're not.
But I heard, but then I heard there's like a nice metagated game where you can get the costumes and high scores, and there's even a 2-player mode or something.
There is a 2-player mode. I saw that, and I was like, I'm not gonna play in a 2-player mode when I haven't.
Yeah, you gotta give it time, and you know what you're doing. But I think the 2-player mode is online.
Yeah. Which is weird for...
Yeah, it's unexpected.
Yeah, for Nintendo. Yeah, and that was all leading up to this. There were 2 chapters of prologue.
She's just riding on the top of a plane.
Yeah, but no, fuck it, it's Bayonetta. That's the shit that she does.
It's gotta be windy as hell, cold. She don't care.
Yeah, and she's actively talking to him inside. So she's literally screaming at the top of her lungs. If you've ever ridden in a Cessna before, inside you basically have to scream. Like, when you're inside, you basically have to wear, the headsets that, helicopter pilots wear.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You gotta like Platinum Games.
Yeah, they have 0 fucks to give about anything.
Yes, exactly.
He wasn't even flying it. She apparently was with her feet.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that. Oh, there you go.
Oh, always a classy lady. Yeah.
Okay.
And then when the game actually starts, it's really weird because you enter a free roam mode, whereas the rest of it had been arena combat, and then kind of when it dumps you out, you're just in this free roam mode. The first one was kind of like that too. Okay. Weird. Bayonetta is an odd fucking game. But, odd in the best way.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Entertaining and just over-the-top ridiculous.
And I don't know, she's a fucking panther now. Why? I don't fucking know. Don't ask me questions. It's a Platinum game.
And she gets... They call them halos, but really they're like sonic rings, because originally this game was published by Sega.
Sega's name is still fucking on it.
So basically it's just kind of a nod to Sonic in a way.
Uh, yeah, they explain that that like they really are part of Halos or some bullshit like that.
Hmm.
They're like angel halos, and you sell them to someone
Yeah.
who goes to hell and sells them for a really high price, and they're completely made out of gold and all this stuff. So you're just like Mr. Fucking Popular tonight. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah. When do you upgrade your abilities with the Halos? What, before or after each mission, or can you just hit the pause menu and
It's
do it?
it's not there. It's not in the pause menu. There's like
Oh.
little shop things. Like it's Devil May Cry basically.
Oh, okay. So like, where you save the game anywhere, or you just or when you go to those shop things, you save and
Uh,
upgrade.
it's they actually have checkpoints, and it's basically every time you
Oh,
get into a battle, you get into a checkpoint, and it'll straight up say, "Do you like?" I believe this is a shop. Uh, I don't know what the fuck this is.
you're using the gamepad to play this?
Yeah, mainly because I didn't want to fuck up my controller. Because I'm probably going to be jamming on it pretty hard and mashing
Yeah.
buttons.
Yeah, this is a game. This is an analog stick breaking kind of a game.
Yeah, so I didn't want to be sitting there and kind of destroy what little responsiveness that thing had, and expect it because those are like what $100 to replace.
The gamepad?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
sure.
can
Yeah.
you can order them from Nintendo, but it's
You
like
have to. Yeah, you can't go to the store and
no, yeah, they're almost half the cost of the system
yes,
from what I understand.
which is probably the meat of the cost of a Wii U console comes from the gamepad.
Yeah, because I mean it's a fucking basically a portable system at that point.
Right. And apparently there is touchscreen controls.
There are in
You can do like
Bayonetta.
swipes and stuff like that.
Bayonetta 1 actually has them implemented as well.
Oh, really? See, so that wasn't just like a straight port. They did
No,
mess with
but
the game to.
fuck touchscreen controls.
Oh yeah, no one's gonna use it, but just the fact that it's there and it kind of exists, says that they did put that extra detail. They did go that extra mile.
Yeah, I mean it's better than a fucking kick in the teeth.
I mean, I guess if you're Nintendo was probably like, look, we have to use the touchscreen because that's just
Okay, just
what
put
we
a
have to
fucking
do.
option there for the touchscreen.
It's like nobody's gonna use it, so it probably doesn't even really work. But no one's gonna care.
Well, and
because
it's
they're
like
gonna use
if
it
you
anyway.
do this, you can like do a dodge attack, and it's like that's what I'm not gonna fucking do.
Right. You're not going to like this game is based on split second reaction time. You're supposed to dodge at the very last millisecond. You're not going to be able to do that with the touchscreen.
Yeah. Why the fuck would I? Yeah, no. It gives you like all these like suggestions on how to do shit. And it's just I am not at all going to fucking use that touchscreen for controls in any way, shape, or form.
I wonder what other Steam codes. I think I got some extra Steam codes.
Oh, I have a ton of Steam codes. Why, do people want more Steam codes?
I'm trying to see. I got a whole list of codes here. I don't know if I ever redeemed them. I don't know if I gave them to you.
I actually have a list of codes, extra codes that I have. But, like, I don't know if people want them. If they're Steam codes, I could probably give them away in the chat. I have no problem
Right.
doing that.
I think I gave you. We got Conception 2 on Vita, no?
You never gave me that one. I bought it for the DS. Is what ended up happening there.
I think. But didn't you download it? Didn't I give it to you anyway?
Nope.
Because so maybe I have a Conception 2 Vita code. I might have a Xenoclash 2 XBLA code.
Yeah, I've fucking repeatedly asked you for the Conception code, and you've never given it to me.
Oh.
Because you're a douche.
Well, yeah, because I'm a dick.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Because and it's like one of 3 games that work on the fucking Vita TV. Oh, if you're listening, really? Don't fucking buy a Vita TV.
Oh yeah, maybe we should talk about that for a minute. Maybe we should just maybe stream that. Just like boot it up. Here's the main menu.
Just me screaming at the Vita TV
and see how bad it really is.
It's okay. It doesn't support Sony first-party games.
Do they actually have a specific list of what works and what doesn't work?
They do. Well, the thing is, like, every time I have ever seen one of those lists, like a compatibility list,
yeah,
it is always something that's like, this is a suggested, like, this is the stuff that is confirmed to work. Like, there's shit like Hyperdimension Neptunia, it works in Europe, but it does not work in America. And it works in Japan, but it doesn't work in America. And it's like, what the fuck?
Okay. I wonder why. There's no reason
there's
why.
Like, America has the least amount of support of any of the regions right now. And I thought, like, it's just one of those things. Like, I was looking at the other lists, and I'm like, okay, it's supported in every other fucking region. Probably what it is they just haven't confirmed, like, okay, all of the dialogue and shit works perfectly fine in this one. I thought it was a suggested compatibility list. Nope. It is straight up, when you try to boot those games, it says this game is not compatible.
So I Googled PlayStation TV compatible games. I am now on the official Sony support website. And they say, below is a list of games that are compatible with the PlayStation TV. Not all games are currently available for purchase on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, the way that they word it, it's like, oh, well, like, if I already have this, it's probably fine. And I love that it's like, oh, not all of these are available on the PlayStation Store. Which means, yeah, we've confirmed that this is compatible, but you can't buy it anywhere.
This says Mirror Master Rebirth. It works. That's something.
I love that. That is a great fucking game. That was like free in June with Live.
Oh yeah, that's Plus.
Right. I played the living fuck out of that game.
Final Fantasy X and X2 HD Remastered are supposed to work.
Yeah, the game that no one fucking wants.
Let's see here.
That came, and like, it's kind of funny because like everyone I talked to who's brought up that game was like, yeah, I was thinking about getting that because I have a Vita and I have a PlayStation 3 and it's cross-buy, and it's like, no, it's fucking not. And it's like, wait, no. When they announced it, they said it was going to be. They said it was going to be cross-buy, and I'm like, yeah, they did, and it's fucking not. So you have to, because when it came out, I was like, I don't have anything to play. Oh, it's $40. That's not that bad. It's too. I hated fucking the second one, but fuck it, like. They're 2 really meaty games that I can kind of just play for no fucking reason. And it's... I looked at it and I'm like, is it going to have like a download code for the PS3 one? And nope. Instead of a download code, it's just nothing. It's fucking buy it on the PS3. And they're massive.
Yeah, the Uncharted game is not on this list.
Nope. No, even better, that's not on that list, is first part, Hot Shots Golf is not on that list. what is it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The only we got Hotline Miami,
Yeah. Okay.
the HD Adventures of Rotating Octopus Character.
Which, yeah, like they're. I think.
Well, you can play that. So what are you bitching about?
What am I bitching about? You're right. I'm just a little whiny.
At least the God of War collection you can play. The Sly collection is not on here. You can play Sly Cooper Thieves in Time, but
which
not the
was
Sly
also
collection.
completely free in June.
Spelunky, Star Wars Pinball, SteamWorld Dig.
And SteamWorld Dig is rumored to be free next month. That's damn near verified, though.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 you can play, but why would you play that on Vita when you could play it on console?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why the fuck would you play that on Vita? I mean, maybe because you can. And I love that the Vita's, like, main selling point, the Vita TV selling point, is everyone sitting there going, oh, well, you can, the functionality to play your PS4 remotely is still there.
Yeah. Well, I think that's really how they're wording it. Like, that's probably, like, the biggest selling point.
Oh, yeah,
is the remote play.
Yeah, I can remote play in my house if both consoles are wired with a $100 extension. And it's like...
Yes. Yeah, they got to be on the same network.
Like, even in the instructions that you get, it says straight up, you're gonna want to wire these. Also, the max, it does 720p and 1080i, but not 1080p.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not even... Well...
It is HD because...
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? If they gotta, like, basically tether it together, I guess I can understand that.
Yeah.
I mean... But... I mean, are you really gonna want to, like... Is it that big of a deal to, like, stream it from one room to the other? I mean... If you're gonna like watch a movie or play a game,
and that's the other thing is...
Like, is that even like a really big deal?
So, DHCP is turned on totally. You have no choice in the matter. That's the digital copyright management thing.
Yeah.
I had to buy an extra fucking component to hook up to my streaming kit that basically jumps that removes it so I can stream my Vita TV. It's fucking awful. And it's not even like it makes sense that they had to fucking have that. So here's the shop that you were questioning about.
Okay.
It's not even like they had to have that because fucking Netflix isn't supported.
Yeah, not yet. There's no like apps for it yet.
There's like Netflix just straight up doesn't work on it.
But then couldn't you stream Netflix on your PlayStation 4 and just remote view it on the Vita TV?
In theory, but it's not like I could capture anything that way.
Yeah.
And the fucking... When I do that on my PS4, I turned off DHCP so I could capture on it.
Yeah.
And when I do it on my PS4, it literally says, when I go into... If I try to go into Netflix... It straight up says, like, hey, DHCP, P is turned off. You need to turn, you have to turn it back on if you want to go into Netflix. And I'm like, well, and I'm like, no, that's perfect. That's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
That is copyrighted material. I understand why they would do that. I understand Netflix. That's not even on Netflix. That's like how many fucking movie studios are terrified of going under because, of piracy. Even though there have been numerous studies that have proven piracy actually improves sales.
They even list out PlayStation Vita demos and trials that can actually work on the TV, which is nice that they list it out. It's not, there's like a dozen on here, 20 on here.
Yeah. And it's like...
So I guess that's like something?
They're sitting there and they're like, oh, all this compatibility. And it's like, all of that compatibility is PSP compatibility.
Yeah, basically that's why I would buy the PlayStation TV is to play PSP games, but I have all my shit on UMD, and I do not want to spend all the money just to own
Again,
a
yep.
digital copy when I own all my PSP UMDs, which are in like perfect condition in the case and all that shit. It's stupid. Like
They
they're
had a solution for that in
in Japan.
Japan.
Yeah, you put like your disc in, and it pumps out the digital copy, which now if I could do that, I would buy one right now.
It
You know,
they
because I would use it basically just to play PSP games on the TV with a PlayStation 3 controller.
Well, the problem with that ended up being that you had to. It ended up being you were relicensing the game, and the relicensing fee would be anywhere between $5 and the price of the game. And I mean, some of the games
Right.
were like, like $80. It
Yeah.
was like a mahjong game, and it's like, well, yeah, if you want to relicense the game, it's $80, and it's like, okay, so I can't ever use this to redeem on a digital version again,
Yeah.
but I'm buying the fucking game again.
Yeah, you got to rebuy all your games.
But like some of the ones that it's like, but pay us $5, it's kind of like, all right, I am getting a second kind of copy of the game. I sort of get why you would charge some money, and it's so you guys are making money off of this too. It's weird, but I guess there's a kind of sense in there.
Well, and the other side of that is if you're buying the digital copy, well, guess what? You got to buy a big ass memory card or
Oh,
another memory card.
oh, and the other thing is, so when you plug it in, it instantly says to you, you need to update your Vita. Which, that's par for the course for fucking getting a new system. And, in Sony's defense, I think they've updated the compatibility list. Because, like, if you look at it, it says it was updated, like, a week after it came out. So
Yeah.
they are actually trying to add things to that compatibility list. If you go on to... I forget what the guy's name is. He has a blog. It's basically the guy who's in charge of stuff. He straight up, like, people will ask him straight up, like, "Eh, is this going to be compatible?" And he's like, we are talking, and it will be compatible soon.
Uh,
And it's like all of the stuff that I'm bitching about. The guy's basically like, we are talking to that company. We are doing like,
okay. Yeah.
it will be compatible very soon. And it's just like, you shouldn't have released a fucking system that isn't even it's like compatible with maybe. I mean, I know there's not a ton of games on the Vita, but it feels like it's less than a tenth of the games that it's compatible with.
they even list out all the PlayStation 1 games and as well as PlayStation Minis on there.
Yeah, and
one,
if it's not compatible with the PlayStation 1 shit, like, what the fuck is going on?
Metal Gear Solid VR missions work, but regular Metal Gear Solid, the full game, does not.
Does it say it doesn't work, or is it just not
no,
listed?
they only have Metal Gear Solid VR missions listed on their little handy dandy sheet here.
You know what? That probably that either means that nope, Metal Gear 1 is released on that. So
Oh yeah,
that literally. I was going to say
it.
that probably implies that it's not out, but no, that game's fucking out. So
Yeah.
no, if you try to play that, your Vita TV is going to straight up tell you, it like it's going to straight up say this is not supported,
Yep.
even though like we have had what do they call it? It's like it's not pixel perfect, but it's like they replicate the game to the glitches on fucking PS1. Like we can software emulate, we can brute force emulate a PS1 that well at this point. There is no reason that PS1 games are not 100% compatible.
Yeah, they should just be running straight emulator.
If it's an issue,
Instead of
yeah.
hardware base.
I mean, like, guys, I can fucking...
Everybody has a PlayStation 1 emulator already. Just put it on the damn... Like, and that's just a freeware. Like, you think Sony would be having a real emulator system that they made for their own hardware, from their own hardware,
Or even worse, I can literally be like, hey guys, I can give you links to fucking emulators that work perfectly fine. And you know what? The best part is, I'm pretty sure I don't even have to supply the BIOS on this one.
Yeah,
because
sure
you guys can make the legitimate BIOS.
Right. Right. Well, that's disappointing.
Well, and it's one of those things that they did update the list a week after it came out, and it hasn't been 2 full weeks yet.
Basically, so, I'm just better off using my PSP and getting plugging in the TV output and just hooking it up to TV and just playing it tethered to a TV if I want to play it on my TV.
There is no TV
because I have all
output
the
on a Vita.
UMDs. I don't have anything on
There
video.
is no TV. If you want to do that with your PSP.
No. I mean, that's what I'm saying with my PSP, because I just want to play. My main focus would be playing PSP games, not on the Vita. There's no Vita TV.
It honestly feels like PlayStation 3 era Sony, when it was just they would do stuff and it's just like, why are you doing this? Is like you had one thing to do. And instead of doing that one thing, you threw shit in my face and took my money.
You know what? You know what it is? The Game Boy player and Super Game Boy did it better.
Well, no, exactly. But the thing is, it's like, I mean, I'll compare it with my PS3. When I got a PS3, for a while, I felt like Sony had betrayed me. Not right away, because they did stick. They attempted to stick their foot in their mouth as far as they could and do everything they could, but after it took a while before before it really kind of felt like they betrayed me. But over the years, it kind of just seemed like it was a system that I was happy to have after a while, whereas now it just kind of seems like, of course I would have a PS3. I like video games.
Yeah.
And it's, because there's just a ton of JRPGs that come out for it.
And even when the PlayStation 3 first came out, there was no... Well, when it first came out, there was the backwards compatible first-generation systems, but then after that, they're like, yeah, we're not going to actually have backwards compatible systems because we want to put everything digitally, so you have to rebuy your games again.
Yeah. And so... yeah, and that was a dick move, but... It's like, after a while, I had, my PS3 died, and I went out the next day, during normal business hours and bought another PS3. This, I kind of feel like, it's a classic Sony fuck-up that I'm probably, I can be as pissed as I want right now, but I'm pretty sure that, in 2 years, I'll be like, well, yeah, of course I'm happy I have my PlayStation TV.
Right. I hope so. I really hope so.
Well, it's like my PSP. I used to describe my PSP as the system I remember I'm really glad every 6 months I have. Because there would just be, this really fucking amazing JRPG, John d'Arc, which probably no one fucking remembers, but...
Yeah, I have that. I never played it. I bought it.
Exactly. And it was basically Final Fantasy Tactics, except stupid fucking hard, because they added, 8 levels of complexity.
Yeah.
And, it was just this, yeah, I'm really glad I have this system, because, I get to play these weird kind of small games like that, randomly will come out. But in the same instance, it's like all they had to do was sit there and basically not it's fucking the same hardware as the Vita. How
pretty much
how is it not the same exact hardware?
Minus touchscreen and microphone and panels and things like that, and then even
you can plug in fucking controllers. So they don't have a microphone. But the fucking PS4 controller, the touch
Yeah.
panel thing, they actually have a workaround built into the system.
Right.
It's like you double click, you click in both buttons, and it straight up it just turns into touchscreen for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, right there, they have a workaround for the touchscreen built in.
Maybe give it some time and let them patch some things up, but
they shouldn't have fucking released it then.
yeah. They're like, well, it kind of works now. Maybe we'll see how well it sells, and we'll fix it as time goes on. That's probably there. I mean, they figured, it's only $100. We want to release this thing because we have it and we can, and it's not that hard to do, resource wise. I'm sure they're still focused on the PS4 and stuff like that, but they're just trying to sneak a Vita in the homes wherever they can, because the Vita, obviously, no one's buying Vitas.
Yeah, but my problem with that is that it's like people are going to buy it and do the same thing I did and be like, oh, well, fuck it, I'll just go out and, buy this Vita game, and it's like they come back and it's like, not supported.
Well, I think we're going to have to stream that maybe next week or coming up. I just want to see the interface, just this.
It's a Vita. It's a Vita. That's literally what it is. And it's weird because it's.
You got to use the bubbles and everything, which is designed for a touchscreen and not really for a controller.
Yeah, it's the Vita hardware.
Yes, and it's in a different format.
Yeah, and all they fucking had to do was make it fully compatible, and they just couldn't do it. And the thing that sucks is, so I updated my firmware, and when I updated my firmware, I guess it attaches to the memory card or something, and I put it in my Vita, and my Vita literally said, well, if you want to use this, you either have to update your memory card, or update your system's firmware, or format your memory card. And the system firmware thing was said in little text, whereas the format your memory card was pretty much the suggestion to format the memory card. And it's
so you can't really go back and forth between the two.
Well, no, you can. You just have to, the systems have to be completely updated. But then you get this really weird thing that it's well, I probably could do that, but what happens when they update one, but the software is not going to be out for the other one for 3 days, and
You're
fuck,
caught in the limbo there.
Yeah, I guess I'm just playing stuff on my Vita TV now, even though I was only doing that to stream, let's say, Persona 4, which is one of the 3 games that works on it. Yeah, so we'll probably stream that next week.
Yeah, we can give it a shot.
All right. So did you end up giving out your Pokemon code?
No one's here yet. Well, I got 2 viewers. Is anybody watching the stream? If anybody's watching the stream, respond right now. I don't know if everybody left our Bayonetta stream since we were talking about PlayStation Vita. But if anybody's watching right now, say something and I will give you a code.
Message it to them directly so they...
Yeah, we'll respond on the chat here, and then I could, I'll find you.
Yeah, we'll message it directly to you.
Yep. I got 1 code from Nintendo for being a loyal Nintendo member.
Yeah, I got one too, but I'm probably going to use mine.
Yeah, I don't know if it's for... maybe I should read the email.
It's for a demo.
Is it for, the Alpha, or the Sapphire version, for the Ruby? Let's see here.
It's one of them. I don't know.
You've been selected to receive a free download code for Pokemon Ruby and... it just says and. Special demo version.
Yeah, it has a special mission that's not in the game or something.
You get experience exclusive scenarios only available in this demo. We're sending this demo download code to select fans who signed up for Nintendo email communication. Now go catch them all. That's it.
Alright. Well, it doesn't look like anyone's speaking up.
Yeah. Well, maybe I could still give it away on Twitter.
Yeah. Do that.
Well, that's Bayonetta 2.
All right.
It looks like a crazy game, even though we were talking about Vita, and I want to play it.
Yeah, right. Well, for this week, I've been Dan Gilman. You can follow me on Twitter at Gilman. You can also follow my writings, and I stream here on Twitch /farms. You can also follow me on Mygamer. I do stuff there. That's where this is posted later. You can also follow me on my personal website, which is varms.net. Zach.
I am Zach Gazarowski. You can check me out at squallsnake.com, my personal blog, but of course check out mygamer.com. Put that in your favorites. We write stuff there all the time. Good quality stuff that is non-corrupted. We just give you our true opinion about everything. What else? Zach Gaz at Twitter. Follow me there. I give away codes like this all the time, give away other stuff from time to time. What would be MyGamer News at Twitter is our MyGamer link. And what else? Am I forgetting anything? Check us out, of course, here on the stream. We stream every Wednesday, usually every Wednesday.
Yeah, like if life comes up, we don't. So
yeah,
that's
we try
pretty
it every
much
Wednesday. Every Wednesday evening is what we shoot for.
Yeah, you'll pretty much know the week beforehand if we don't, or one of us is deathly ill.
And if there's anything you guys want to see us stream or whatever, we welcome all comments, good and bad. Let us know what you want to see, what you think, and we will read all your comments.
All right, and we will see you next week.
Game on.